Alright, good morning everybody. We're going to go over the Scholar Group request form that you guys have been filling out. I want to have this sample from one of you guys. Don't look at the name. I want to go over some of the points that you guys need to fill out and also go over the summary. We're not doing very well in that area of summary writing, so I want to use a sample from one of your classmates to go over it. And don't laugh or make any jokes about this, because this is actually one of the better ones. So in 7th grade we should have already learned how to write summaries, and so I want to go over a few things with you. So in the Scholar Group form right here, you have science, which is the course of the class, and if the article is on science, well, your core class is going to be science. Your topic should be the title of the article. In this case it was The Martian. And this text selection came from the Science News, which is the organization that wrote the article, or published the article, sorry. So the name and period, of course, goes here, and then your date is right here. This is correct. Excuse me. Right here it tells you to start off with this sentence starter. This text selection is challenging for me because, and he did that correctly here, and it's confusing, and because it's confused, it has confusing words. It should say this selection is challenging because it has confusing words. You shouldn't be writing this part again. So then he went off and checked off scanned titles and headings. That's good. Identified vocabulary. That's great. Questioned the text. You failed to check off here pause to connect ideas, which is the strategy we went over with this article. And in the last 3 sections here, it gives you the sentence starters to write your sentences with. Up to the point I get stuck, I understand this reading is about. So basically you just have to finish this thought right here. What did you understand about this article? And so he did that right here. What you want to practice is a little bit neater writing. It's hard to read here, but it does say I understand that this article is talking about, and it says Martian and the trailer. So you want to clear up this writing here, and then when you go to the next one, it's what do you not understand about this article? And he says it's the confusing word. So what I still don't understand is the confusing word. This statement is correct. It makes sense. So you want to follow this model right here. My question about the text, and he starts off with, my question is the movie trailer cool? But it's really not a question, more of a statement. So you need to rewrite this as a question. Maybe say something along the lines of what is missing out of this movie trailer. But this is not a question, this is a statement. And here we have the strategies that he used: scan titles and headings, question the text, identified and circle key vocabularies. And again, you failed to mention the pause to connect ideas strategy that we went over in class, which is the one I told you guys to focus on. So this is good here. He made some notes on what he learned about the text. And then he has his vocabulary words. And again, you want to practice writing, neat writing. And here's where we really struggled as a class, was the summary and reflection. In class, I don't want to make you feel bad, but in 7th grade, you guys should be writing decent summaries along the lines of 4 or 5 sentence summaries. And a summary is basically a retelling of what you read in a short version. So instead of writing this whole article again, telling your audience what this article is about, you tell it in your own words, objectively, which means you just tell us what you read without giving any opinions. And so here's his summary. Clearly incomplete, but almost all of your Scholar Group forms were like this. And so here is a sample of a summary. So here it says summary. You want to start off your summary with the article. It says, in the article The Martian by Tina Hesman Say, comma, the author writes about how the movie The Martian is actually based on real facts, period. The movie is about an astronaut that gets stranded on Mars, period. The astronaut is stuck for years, period. He learns how to farm and survives on Mars, period. The author states that science permits these things to happen and that it is possible to live on Mars, period. There's your summary, and if you count the periods, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5-sentence summary. Every single sentence has a subject and a predicate, and this is basic language arts from 3rd grade. Let's look at this sentence. The astronaut. There's your subject. What is the astronaut? He is stuck for years, period. There's your sentence. So you're retelling this article in your own words without opinions. You see all the thus, and he. These are 3rd person words that you need to use, or pronouns to use in writing summary, so they're objective. That means that they're not your opinions, but rather a retelling of what you read. And so that's a summary. When you look at a reflection, you want to use the sentence starters in your reflection, and you can look at this reflection. They started with the sentence starters that are right here in your Scholar Group form. You see these right here. So you want to use those, sorry. You want to use those and say something like, as a result of the Scholar Group, I am now able to summarize the text. I found out that the text was challenging to me because of all the big words in the text, which is what his challenge was. While I was reading, I got stuck when I read words like meager. What does this word mean? I gained understanding of the word that means a small amount. During the Scholar Group, I learned that looking up vocabulary will help me understand text. So what you see here is words like I. This is what's called first person point of view. And first person writing has words like I because right here you are giving your opinion. And this is what's called a reflection. So there's a difference between the summary and the reflection. In the summary, you want to tell what the story was about in 3rd person point of view with words like the and he. And in reflection, you want to talk about what you learned. And you want to use words like I, because this is your opinions now. What did you learn? What did you get out of this Scholar Group or this article, this reading that you did? And so there you go. Hopefully this helps a little bit. And we want to try and do the summary and reflection again. So I want you to go back to your article, and I want you to take about 10 minutes to write a summary and reflection of The Martian. So let's try it again, class. Thank you.